Oh,
move back a little bit so it's not too close to the camera. Okay, so I think we are live. Could you please put a thumbs up if you can hear us clearly? You can see us because we don't really know how to use this yet. So we can see you've got 3 reactions there. Can someone please type to let us know that you can hear us and everything's going good? Yes, okay, it looks like there's a like. Okay, so anyway, let's get started. It looks like we're on live. So hi everybody and welcome to Friday Inspo. And this is Linh Podetti. You've probably already heard of me and know of me. And this is Charyl. And so this is the first...
Hi everyone.
This is the first Friday Inspo where we're starting an interview sort of style. So I hope you enjoy it. And the purpose of these interviews, especially interviewing VAs, is to help you get to know more about how life was like, you know, as a beginner VA and how you can actually progress in the company, and, you know, tips and advice from someone who's been in your shoes. Okay, so let's get started. How are you, Charyl?
I'm quite nervous because this is the first FB Live, actually. But yeah, I'm really happy because I get to be an inspiration to other staff as well.
Okay.
So yeah.
Good. I can hear you clearly, but your face is not moving as much. But anyway, we'll just move along and see what happens, okay? All right, we'll go straight into it because we don't want to take too long. So, Charyl, in one sentence, can you like describe yourself, example, like your personality, likes, dislikes or something?
Okay. I'm a very chill person. I don't really get stressed that much. Like, for example, if I do have problems, I don't really get fussy or anything because at the end of the day, I get to have solutions for it, or at the end of the week, I do have a solution for that. In terms of likes, I like food. Food is like food. So
we all love food.
I like food. Yes. So I like to cook as well. And maybe the one dislike I have is I don't like the dust because I do have allergic rhinitis. So I think that's it.
Cool. All right, let's go to the next question. So where about are you located in the Philippines?
I'm in Davao. Hello, Davao Pips. Shout out to Davao Pips. So I'm here located in Davao City, in downtown area. And like about next week, I think I'm going to go meet Carla and the other VAs as well.
Oh, nice. In Davao as well, or in a different city?
Yes, in Davao, so because Carla is going here, and we'll go to meet.
Great! That is exactly what we want in the company. You know, we want it to turn it from an online to an offline thing. You know, like we still want to be able to meet up with each other and you know and see face to face and enjoy each other's company. So I'm so glad that you guys are doing it. I heard that some people are going to Manila soon, so that's really good as well. Yes. So look forward to a lot of photos and videos from you guys and a lot of the love.
Yes,
okay, so let's go straight into the VA experience. So when did you first become a VA, like working from home? Like how did you get started into this VA world?
I started like about 10 years ago when I just graduated from college. I really am an independent person, and that's why I ventured into online, and I started actually in an internet cafe because we have an internet here at home, yes, but it's not really that stable. It's just like a dial-up or something. So I started having clients in an internet cafe. It was really a tough experience because I really have to like interview and also learn a lot of things. So it was really a struggle.
So how did you even know about online work?
There are a lot of before, like 10 years ago, there are a lot of like advertisements. Like for example, if CAPTCHA or something like that. I really wanted to have like a part-time aside from my main job. And I really wanted, because I'm a really get-go person as well with regards to learning and everything. I really yearned to learn everything about like the online world. So I really wanted to like venture into the yeah, I think that's it.
Okay, so then what sort of websites were you using at the time to get work?
Just Google, Yahoo, Internet Explorer. It was really their hardcore stuff.
So you didn't use things like online jobs or Upwork or something like that to find clients?
Mm-hmm. I think like 10 years ago, online jobs is still not existing.
Okay,
maybe Upwork. So I used mainly Google and stuff. So there are a lot of I really can't remember what are those websites before, but yeah, it was really tough looking for a client because most of the clients are scammers. So I really need to like look out for that. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I can't imagine what's like 10 years ago. But now there's just probably a lot easier to find work. But at the same time, I guess there's a lot more competition too. So, okay,
Super.
so when did you actually join Outsourcing Angel? Like, or how did you even hear about us?
I started like around June last year, and I've actually like through online jobs, the postings, and also I've researched about Outsourcing Angel through Google, and I've learned that you are catering Australian clients, which are very good. I really love Australian clients because they're really kind and everything compared to other countries. So, so that's my experience.
Okay, and then so before that, did you ever work for like an agency or was it always freelancing?
It was always freelancing, and it was really tough because I need to like juggle in between projects because it's not really that stable. Like for example, in one client, I was just tasked to do copywriting and copywriting, like for example, 2 articles per week, and then on the next week, I don't have like any projects anymore. So it's mainly like projects and stuff.
It's unstable. Okay. And so you, how long would be the longest you've ever sort of kept a client when you're freelancing? Is it always sort of once off, or was there any client that you actually work a bit longer than, a few months?
Yes, there was actually a client that I've worked with a few months, but it's really unstable because after 6 months, he said to me that, Charyl, I don't have really enough work for you. I've already finished all of the writing that we need, all the products that has been listed out and everything is working fine now. So and we're really struggling about finances and everything. So there are a lot of reasons for that.
Yes. So you're no longer needed. And so what is it like working with Outsourcing Angel? What's the benefit to you compared to how you've been freelancing?
Sorry, my brothers. Compared to freelancing, OA is like family to me. Because back then when I was in as an office-based worker, the difference is that in freelancing, I talk by myself. I don't really have anyone to share my problems with, issues with, or maybe my achievements with. But in OA, I do get a lot of feedback, a lot of appreciation, a lot of stability in terms of work. And because before dedicated clients, we have like the casual work. I don't really need to worry about, like for example, if the casual work has finished, I would just go and look for another client. But in OA, you really do get taken care of, and you get clients and stuff. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so it's an ongoing. You're working as a team, so that's really good. So let's go back to when you first started, right? It actually feels like you've been with us for a lot longer than July last year. It seriously feels like 2-3 years something, right? Do you feel the same? Like it feels really long?
I really feel the same because I was like, when did I start being a VA in Outsourcing Angel? It was like, last year, but it feels like I've been working in 2-3 years. Yeah, because there are a lot of happenings in a way, and I've been like being molded by Miss Wendy. I really am thankful for her as well because she pushes me. Like for example, I like before I don't know how to use MailChimp in Active Campaign. She would tell me, Charyl, you can do it. Please learn this stuff within a week because we have a client for you. And okay, Miss Wendy. So I do get to grow a lot here in Outsourcing Angel.
Yeah. So it does feel, really long. I think it's because Outsourcing Angel, we're always changing in a sense, growing and doing different things and adapting to things. So we fit in a lot of stuff in 1 year. And then, we're all fast movers. So it feels really like a long time. But going back to the interview process, who actually interviewed you? Was it me or Wendy or what was it like?
Yeah. It was Wendy at first. She interviewed me and then she told me if I could go online in Skype. But first she asked me about my skill and my experience as a VA. So I told her about my experience being a VA for 10 years and what was my experience working online. And after that, it was really a smooth process. You interviewed me on the last part, and after that, you have given me a bunch of clients. So it was really a fun and also learning experience for me in outsourcing.
Good. So I used to do all the interviews myself. I was the original Outsourcing Angel, having to do what you do right now. Going through application, doing all the interview, and then I remember starting to train Wendy over, and I was a bit nervous, thinking, will anyone be able to do recruitment like I do, because I've been in it for so long? But Wendy has shown that she knows exactly what to do, and she's hired someone like you so well, and now you've taken over her place. So it's really, really exciting. Okay, so let's go to the next question. Was more about your first client. Like, who was your first client and what was the experience like with that first client?
Well, my first client was Wang Lei. It was casual before. I was, and
I remember now.
Yes. I've been teamed up with Wendy, Karina, and Eileen's husband, Milo. And it was really a fun experience because we really get to have the teamwork. Like for example, I get to check their progress. They get to check my progress. And for example, I do have some things that I'm lacking. Miss Wendy would tell me, "Oh, Charyl, you lack this kind of picture," and I was like, "Okay." And it was like a QA process and stuff, and it was really a fun experience for me because I think that time I've been working in Nito for 5 years. I thought I know everything, but when I worked for Wang Lei's VA, I was like, "Oh, I could really learn a lot from them as well."
There's always something more to learn with every single client, don't you feel? Like there's always something different. So that means that you didn't really have a part-time or full-time job straight away, right? So how did you sort of feel about having that sort of still a a casual job or not knowing what your workload's like? How did you deal with that?
Oh, just to tell you honestly, for all VAs at first, it was really nerve-wracking because in a freelance world, you really don't know when would you start, when would you finish. But it's really different in OA because once the Wang Lei project was finished, I was really given a client right away, or at the time that I was with Wang Lei, I was given a lot of clients. So I really didn't really feel the pressure of losing a client, because Miss Wendy would actually tell me, Charyl, if you have your free just that was really and continuous.
That's really good. That's really good that you trusted us from the beginning to know that we would always try to find you more work, even though it's still not as steady as what you would you'd like to, but eventually right now you do have a steady job, which is really worth waiting for, right? During those downtime, let's just say you're just switching between clients. I guess I wanted to understand more around your attitude with handling that change? I guess it's easier because you've been a freelancer before, so you know like how scary it could be. Was it simple? Did you deal with it the same way with when you're working with us? Like, what was your attitude like with dealing with like?
Well, it was different.
Yeah.
It was really different with Outsourcing Angel because even if, like, for example, I did have the downtime, I steadily upskilled myself because, like, in a 2 days, 3 days time, I would given another project. So, which is why I really upskilled myself. I searched Google for how to use MailChimp, how to use automation, because looking at like the job vacancy that we have, there are a lot of clients that is needing SEO, needing MailChimp, and a sort of variety in terms of that. So I really pushed myself to upgrade or upskill myself because that's one of the challenge that we have in Outsourcing Angel.
Yeah, that's really, really good of your use of your time because, no time is wasted, right? If you know that you say you're helping out in MailChimp, it means that you would be useful to learn more about email marketing. And so in those downtime, it's about learning as much as you can around it because then you're really going to increase your chance of getting more clients or getting more steady work. So really good, very good attitude. I love that. Okay, so now to the exciting part. So when did you start to become the HR manager that we have today? I can't remember how long it's been, but tell us more about how you got into that role, and how long has it been?
Last year I became a VA for Outsourcing Angel, like about June, and I was promoted to project manager around November. Yep. So it was an enriching time because there are a lot of clients incoming. Because I remember there was like the time where we offered trial week for clients, so all of the clients were in. So it was really it was really hectic. Yes. But it was really fun. It was really fun. So I think I started as a recruitment manager around like January or February. It was really a very fast-paced time because we transitioned also from being from offering casual basis to our clients to dedicated, which is why there's a really need to have like quality staff. And with Miss Wendy's role growing as well, and also other staff growing roles as well, we really need to have like a fast pace in terms of getting quality staffs. So Miss Wendy tapped me, "Oh, Charyl, can you do this? And can you do that?" And I was like, "Oh yeah, I could do that." I really took the role, and one thing I knew, I became the
That's really good because. I think what people need to understand about our company is that we change so quick and we adapt to new ideas and new innovations. So we really can't predict when and how what is your next role. But I guess as long as you commit to working hard, saying yes to everything, and with that attitude, we all can recognize it and we all go, "Hey, Charyl, you're good at this. Can you help with this? Because, we need to actually do this and that." And so it really comes down to having the faith in us, knowing that as long as you're doing good, we will recognize you. Do you agree with that?
Yes, I recommend also for other VAs that you really need to be proactive because when I landed this role, I didn't really sit on this and then waited for other stuff to happen. What I did is that when I see like a opportunity for me to help, like for example, looking at timesheets, I told Miss Wendy, if I could help you with this one, because I know you're really, really busy with regards to payroll, and she was really happy for me to help, which is why I also suggest to other VAs that if you have like free time, downtime, maybe if you could ask other project managers as well for you to upskill yourself. I think that's what happened to Roland as well with his current role. He was really proactive. Which is why really are happy that Roland also transitioned from being a VA to one of our dedicated staff.
Yeah, that's really, really good, because that's exactly how I applied with my life. Like, I never knew my next step, or when I'm going to, become successful or get to the next stage. But I would always try my best and do everything I can where I am. And I think every step like that ends up, as in every little step helps you to get to your journey, or destination. Yes. So that's really, really good. And so I'm glad that we put you in this role, because you know exactly what we want in a good VA in terms of proactive and all that. So then you're looking out for those type of VAs when you're recruiting. So we're just going to get more and more good VAs like us, like you. So it's good. Cool.
And so to add, yes, and also to add, Miss Sin, which is why I really tell the VAs to like upskill themselves. Like, for example, just to cite also, Isabel started with being a copywriter as well, and she didn't really know social media that much, but I told her you really need to upgrade yourself, which is why I've teamed her up with Rebecca, and now she has tons of clients for us. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, like, even myself, I am always buying new books, learning stuff on audio books and YouTube. I never waste 1 minute of the day not learning, because I always feel like the more I learn, the more I know, the more I'm going to add value to the people I work with and the clients. So yeah, well done to getting that across all of our VAs as well. So let's go into the fun part, which was visiting Australia. I couldn't believe I had the chance to see you. Like, that was so unplanned. It was such a surprise. Can you tell the VAs what happened? How did you even come to Australia?
Yes, I went to Australia. It was really fast as well. I didn't really, I was shocked that time, because I didn't really expected that in a matter of days my visa would get approved. I applied for a visitor visa there, and I went to visit my sister, and it happened that Miss Thing was in Sydney, and then at first I wasn't able to visit her, because my sister has, and my brother has other plans, but yeah. Miss Lynn has, you would really have a big heart, Miss Lynn, and then you paid for my ticket to visit you for a week, and it was really a fun experience with the kids, and also I really have fun experience with our movie date, and you also treated me to a spa. It was my first nail polish. Yeah, and then we went to go to watch Wonder Woman. It was, and your family is so warm and everything. So I met also Fong that time. Yeah, so it was really nice.
Yeah, I mean, I really wanted you to feel that you're a part of my family. It's not just at work, but it's personally as well. Like, I care and love you guys like my own family. And so I try to do the things that I would do with my sister, which was I took you to, get your nails done, because, it's like I guess I felt like we're like two sisters that we can go along and go on a date together, and like going to the movies. That was quite intimate. And we took you to the revolving restaurant, which I've never been
yes.
either, but that was quite fancy. I wanted to give you experience that. Yeah, because I put myself in your shoe and go, like, when would you, if I was in your shoe, I would never imagine going to some place like that, right? And so I just go, I want you to experience that, because, first of all, you're never in Australia, but just what life would be like, sitting in that fine dining restaurant, watching over the Sydney view. And I'm glad I'm able to give you that.
I was really shocked, because it was really fancy. It was really fancy. I mean, the restaurant was revolving around us, and then we could see the lights from the Sydney Harbor. It was really like a fun experience. Yeah, it was one of the most memorable experience for me in Australia.
And I didn't mind that you were coming with me and my husband. Like, so we're like having a threesome party, threesome date.
Yes.
But I'm lucky that my husband's very understanding, very supportive of everything that I'm doing. So it was a really cute date. I think the best of all is I even invited you to my mother-in-law's house, and you met the parents. It was like, that cannot get more than a family there. That's what you call family. So I'm glad I got you to do that. And yeah, I hope that more VAs can actually come and visit me, and which they are. In December, I get to see Cherry. Her client has actually, Cherry has actually got sponsored by her client. Her client is so sweet, so generous. So they're, sponsoring her over, but I'll fly her and her husband and her kid over to Sydney for a day. Because it's Christmas time, I can't really see her for too long, but hey, even if it's one day, I'm pretty sure we'll have a great time. So that's really good. So overall, I guess we want the VAs to know that anything is possible in OA, right? Like, it's not a straightforward, let's work online for a client. It's like we could really experience life and the world together. And we literally are like family, or like sisters or brothers and sisters, where we have a lot more life out of work. So that's what, I want people to know. Okay, well, let's go to, so what advice would you give to new VAs who are joining us?
Okay, this is very important with regards to new VAs. Don't lose hope. That's number one, because when I started in Outsourcing Angel, I didn't really get, like, for example, landed the job right away, or had there are times that there are difficult clients, but you really need to upgrade yourself, upskill yourself. Don't lose hope. There's still much to learn. There's a lot of clients out there that is a match for you, and you need to be proactive, because along the way it would really be really worth it. You would really feel the love and warmth in Outsourcing Angel, and especially to the staff, especially to Miss Lane, and also Sir Charlie.
Oh, sorry. I'm just trying to press some comments to see what it looks like, and it actually goes onto the screen. It goes. So that's what it does. So thanks for that. Thanks for those advice. But at the end of the day, if you're a new VA, if you want any help, any more tips, always feel free to talk directly to Charyl or to myself or to Wendy, and we're always there to help you. Okay. Last question I have for you is, so what's your hopes and dreams for your career? What do you hope to achieve with Outsourcing Angel or with your career in general?
Well, there are a lot of things to accomplish so far. Like, for example, I really wanted to have long-term, in terms of like forever. If there's a forever, I love to work forever in Outsourcing Angel. And I really wanted to meet all of these staff in Outsourcing Angel, especially Miss Wendy, especially Juvie, of course, in the future, and Alila, the Alvarez's, and continue to grow, and of course continue to support the VAs and other staff as well. So that's really my ultimate goal.
Cool. Well done. Well, that's a wrap, and thank you so much for participating in our first interview style Friday Inspo. I hope that everyone, including our VAs, or if we show this video to our clients or leads, that they would understand a lot more about who we are, about how we really think, how we work. And let's do some more of these inspos and share more about our life as a VA and as a VA in Outsourcing Angel. Okay, thank you, Charyl, for your time.
Thank you very much, Misty.
Bye, do what you love.
Bye, everyone.
Okay, bye.
Bye.